Dueling Dialogues presents His and Hers with Grace Matthews, Caddyman, and Connor Murphy.
Welcome to episode 17 of His and Hers with Grace Matthews and the Caddyman in the heart of the USA, Springfield, Missouri. Hi, you two.
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Continuing on. It's getting darker earlier. That's what I noticed.
Yeah, and it's staying darker later in the morning, which we notice a lot.
Yeah, we hate it.
Because we're early risers and, morning yoga people.
Yeah, not here.
And, yeah, I know, you're not. But, we like it when it's light. And now it's dark during almost our whole yoga routine.
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's too early.
That is how you know it's too early. That's true. Okay, our thought for the week. A negative mind will never give you a positive life.
Oh, so true.
Absolutely.
That is. That hits it right on the head.
Yeah, we all know those people.
We do. Negative ninnies.
Yes.
That's what I call them.
And pretty much all the bad shit happens to them. All the time.
Oh my gosh, drama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which they usually play out on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, don't they? Oh my goodness. So, anyway, why do we do this? Because we are really
suck.
bad.
We suck.
Relationships. We do. We suck.
Awful.
But by sucking, we've learned a lot.
Yeah, we have.
We're here to share that with you. And today we're going to talk about how you can enjoy a deeper connection and knowing.
Okay.
How do you know more? How are you more aware? First of all, the first thing is meditate. Now, meditate solves a lot of problems.
It really does. It's very good for you. And if you don't meditate, start.
Exactly. And you don't have to do it for hours. You don't have to be a yogi sitting there Kwanzaa style and, for 12 hours at a time, not going to the bathroom, not eating. That's not what you have to do. Try to get, we have to do 5 minutes. There's supposed to be a magic number of 7 minutes.
There you go.
Because that's how your brain rewires. But if you're dealing with something like Caddyman does with his OCD, I do with anxiety and PTSD, 1.5 minutes, you got it on your Fitbit, you get it on your phone, just breathe and meditate for a few moments.
I got a story for you. I went to visit a friend of mine in Calgary, and he's does woodworking, cabinetry. And we were in his shop, and I went and I sat down in a chair in the corner when we were having a beer and having a chat. And I said, "Oh, the energy here feels really great." And he started laughing. He says, "That's where I meditate."
Wow.
Yeah.
The cabinet maker.
Yeah. So I had no idea, but I just could feel really good energy when I sat down.
Exactly. And find a little spot that feels really good.
Yeah,
or make it feel really good.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the biggest thing is make it by practice.
Yeah. But by clearing your mind, you re-enter the world with the innocence of a child.
Exactly.
You start seeing things that you didn't see. How many times do you go, well, it was right in front of my face and I didn't see it. My grandma would say, if it was a snake, it would have bit me.
Yeah, I get it.
And meditating sort of takes you away from your surroundings for a moment. Then when you come back in, you're fresh. It's kind of like going on vacation. You come back and you solve all your problems.
You bet.
So, get interested. That's number 2. Okay?
Right.
Be interested.
In something.
Yeah, and something, or maybe be interested even in everything. Be interested in what goes on around you, what other people are doing. Don't just make it about you.
Right.
Be interested in what, you never know what you're going to learn. You never know what you're going to find out. I promise that if you are interested in the world around you, it'll come back around to you.
Yeah, keep an open mind.
Absolutely. Be present. Don't space out.
Put your phone down.
Very, very good. Very good. You know, slow down, put your phone down, take a look around, just be present.
Be observant about your surroundings.
Absolutely, and be present when you're with other people. First of all, it's just a nice gesture.
Yeah.
To be, you know, focused. And it's good for you. Choose your friends, and especially your confidants carefully.
Right.
Okay? Birds of a feather.
Flock together.
Flock together, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's what my...
If you hang with a thug, you'll be a thug.
Absolutely. And, you know, and a lot of people, we don't have to love everything about a person to be a friend with them.
Right.
But you don't have to share, they don't have to be your confidant. They don't have to be your influencer. Choose those people very carefully. We can all think at times when we have not chosen it very well.
Right.
I know I have made big fat mistakes trusting someone or that I shouldn't. And I'm sure everybody listening has.
Right.
You know, but you do it once, okay, you can be forgiven, or twice. But, you know, don't do it 3 times.
Exactly.
So, yeah. By the same token, be a good listener.
Yeah, and you do that by actually stopping talking yourself and putting down your phone.
Exactly. And you're right, the phones have made us poor listeners.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good having that pocket computer is anymore. I don't know. Look at the craziness we have in the world these days. And I think a lot of that has been brought on by social media and people's addictions to social media. So
Exactly.
Instead of living online, start living in real life.
The corporeal world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are so worried about what they're going to say next that they don't listen what the person said to them in front of them.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like what they're going to say is so much more important.
Well, you know, I'm even going to add to this. What about a little eye contact?
There you go.
You know, I mean, you're right. When someone's looking down at their phone, they're not having eye contact.
Right.
And, you know, the eyes are a window to the soul, right?
Absolutely.
And that's very true. So if you want to know more about another person, look at them in the eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen. So go with the flow, meaning control your own actions, but understand that some things you cannot control.
Right.
And you have to sort of go with the flow.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stay in touch with your body senses. That's that gut feeling. If you're getting a weird feeling, you're feeling queasy about something, you know, your heart's palpitating, you know, you're getting, everybody has different kind of body signals, you know. Some people will start blinking, and when they know, they can't really put their finger on it, but something's wrong.
Right.
Something's not right. Something doesn't add up.
Trust your intuition.
Somebody with really bad energy. Exactly. Trust your own intuition. Listen to your gut.
Exactly.
Because your gut has your best interest in mind. Write. Journal. Because it is a way to, you know, gain your own perspective of your life or any given situation.
Right. Yeah, writing
can be very important.
Writing helps. Yeah, definitely in a lot of ways. Even in recipes, I rewrite the recipe on a piece of paper to take it into the kitchen. And if you constantly write down that recipe, pretty soon you don't need a recipe.
Well, that's exactly right. And if you need to tweak something, it's a great time to tweak something.
Exactly.
You might say, you know, I don't know if I really wanted a whole teaspoon of salt, maybe I'll cut that to a half a teaspoon. Or,
What if I throw this in to change the taste?
yeah.
Yeah.
What if I use a little sugar to enhance it, or, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but this is I consulted with this on Psychology Today.
Okay.
So check out ways to be more present. It's definitely important,
Right.
and you can change your whole life. And look at all you can learn. I mean, it almost reminds me of a Dr. Seuss thing, because it's so simple. It's like, the things you can learn.
Essential in management. Absolutely essential. All those things you mentioned is essential to being a good manager.
Exactly.
Well, as the world is changing so quickly now because of COVID, we've had such a rapid change of events and lifestyles and everything. Now's a good time to make wholesale changes in your life, because you had to already.
Yeah.
I know that I have, and it's been for the better. And now I look forward to changing up things. I take it as a journey.
Yeah, once you
Something different.
change some things in your life, it can be a chain reaction. Can't it?
Yes, where you want to change more, you want to try things. You can see the benefit. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to do that thing for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean that it's going to work every time. But if you don't ever try it, you're never going to know. And being a person who had OCD very badly, I can tell you, when you get very rigid and don't change anything, life is boring.
Right.
You are
dangerous, I
missing
guess.
out on lots of things going around you that you never even noticed. The slight bit of things that you didn't notice that were right underneath your nose. The old saying, it's as plain as the nose on your face. Well, that's funny, but it's also truthful.
Right.
Exactly. But, I think it's good. It's great advice, and think about that. Think about becoming more aware of everything.
Right.
There's a lot of anxiety among children right now. So we want to just take a few minutes to talk about some of those anxieties. COVID has brought on a new set of issues for young people. And it's hard to be young.
Right.
But one thing that is a big stressor that you might not think about, especially if you're a parent, is successful families can make things stressful for a child without even doing anything, because the success intimidates some children.
Right. Which is, the storyline for a lot of movies and TV shows.
Right. That's they don't want to let down their parents. They want to make sure they live up to the
Standards.
that the parents set up, and they're afraid they're going to let them down.
And sometimes an older sibling. I think this is more true for middle and younger children than maybe it even is for the an oldest child, which I know.
Sure.
I mean, if you are the oldest child of a couple of doctors, maybe you feel that stress. But I see this as a huge problem among middle children down.
Right. I think it's a problem for all children. They're going to have to deal with it at some point or another.
Yeah, and it's one we don't talk about very often. You said there's some shows. I really haven't seen any. I'm kind of glad to hear that, but I don't watch a lot of series, so I don't know.
I've got a list for you.
Okay, well, we will cover that next week when we've got an Amber Alert coming on. That means there's a lost child in the Ozarks. We have it set up to go off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's kidnapped a child.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah, so that's what that sound was. So anyway, there are lots of stress. Social media, another stressor for children. We know children have committed suicide.
Yeah, bullying is bad on social media for children as well.
It is. It is. And also just watching other people's lives, because you have those people on there that make their lives look perfect.
Right.
And, you got a kid sitting around. I mean, it happens with adults too, thinking, well, my life isn't as perfect as them. And, that person looks beautiful all the time. They're having fun all the time. I never have fun. And it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's
I
a problem.
agreed.
And then you have the drama queens on there, and that can make life look horrible. You got people on there talking about some of their own issues with drugs, alcohol, suicide, other horrifying things, and it can depress the hell out of you.
Yeah, a negative mind will never give you a positive life.
That's exactly right. That's exactly where our thought for the week came from. But I think that we may also be, and I've probably been guilty of this too, letting our children learn autonomously without human contact. They are learning from video games. They are learning from social media. They are learning online. They're learning from I'm saying TV shows, but there can be streaming. I'm putting into that category. And what is going to be the ultimate fallout from autonomously raised children? I mean, are they're somewhat robotic more so than human? And I'm sure you've got something to say about that, Connor, because this is something that you thought a lot about.
Right. No, I don't have a lot that I haven't already said.
Yeah, you kind of already did say that, but it's it's becoming a problem.
Yeah,
we're not face to face. We're not writing letters. We're not looking into each other's eyes.
Yeah,
in body language.
In one way, it's moving human beings further apart, being that we're closer together because of social media. So, for me, I just kind of, I've learned that there's a lot more people I don't like out there than I do. So, I don't know. Social media has changed everything in life. And I mean, just think of the speed things have changed from 2007. It's almost crazy, and the world seems to get crazier. So less social media, people. Don't get involved in that drama, because when they say it pulls people closer together, into their own little drama circle. So
In a world filled with COVID, it's very easy to get even more of this autonomous social world that is virtual.
Right, absolutely.
And a lot less of a human or human contact existence.
Right.
That's what I've noticed about social media on gadgets versus face-to-face is the group narrows and the diversity of the group narrows. Like, you'll get a deal on Facebook that says, please join blah, blah, blah.
Oh, like a messenger group or something.
A messenger group, or say you like
we're going to talk, but we don't want the others involved.
Yeah. Well, the part about learning about yourself and learning about others is dealing with all the different kinds of groups and the different personalities. And I've met people that at first I go, gosh, I don't know if I'd like them, and they end up being a very, very close and dear friend. That the more I was around them, the more I really, really enjoyed their company. I really liked them. I understood them better then and understood where they were coming from. And I just, you can't get that from a text.
No, you can't. There's a lot missing. The humanness.
Yes. Emotion.
Yeah. But we need to think about the stresses of our youth and, about how they can take on their own parenting through the computer.
Right.
And be aware of that.
It's not a babysitter.
No, it's not. It's not. And
personally, I think parents should limit their time, their kids' time on social media or online or whatever, and really monitor that. Set some timers. There's apps out there to set timers so that when their time is up, their time is up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Look into that. That's a good thing. Okay, on a lighter note, Yellowstone finale was this week.
Yeah, wow, eh?
Yeah, and that's going to free up a lot of time for a lot of people, okay? Us included. However, they did, when you write, there are rules you're supposed to follow, right?
Right.
And you're never really supposed to do the cliffhanger.
Right.
But the caveat is, if you become big enough and great enough, you can break those rules.
Right.
Okay, we saw this with Who Shot JR that summer.
Yeah, that's one of the most famous things still. Who shot JR.
And they were big enough to break the rules.
Right.
But if you remember, after that, they lost a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole plot of that JR shooting was to try and gain people back because they had already, I think, exposed a lot of storyline in the past and things were getting boring. So they had to liven it up somehow.
Yeah, and it kind of it backfired.
Yeah, and I according to the Yellowstone finale, I can see them going down this path, and there was no need to it. I think random friends are saying, "Hey, check out the show Yellowstone" to me, like happens every week. Like people are just discovering this show. Yeah. I've been watching it since it started, so I've known about it for years now, and I've been watching, every season of it and every episode. Right. So to me, they didn't need to do that in the finale.
No, they did not need to leave you wondering. And this is a 10-episode season, so this isn't like even Dallas or a regular season that has like 40 shows. Right. Or whatever. So we have to wait something like 10 months till Father's Day for another
year.
To begin. Yeah. And they did we don't know who's alive. We don't know who owns the land. I think it was a big mistake. I was shocked. I think they will lose viewers. I think that the storyline cannot go anywhere but downhill. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, who knows what they got in store, though. I mean,
because they broke the rule. The writers broke the rules. Now, I agree. They had the ratings. They're big enough. They could. But even when you could, the question is, should you? And that remains to be seen. We will see. They're also going to quit making it available for new people.
Oh.
They're going to have to buy it.
Oh.
So they're getting a little nasty.
That's not cool.
No, in a day, this is a new age of streaming. I think that's a big mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So next week we will come back with Connor's absolutely fabulous list of what to watch after, Yellowstone. Okay.
Well, it's a big list, so I think I'm going to have to cull it down and just talk about some of the favorites.
Yeah. You'll have to cull it down. I've seen the list.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of TV time.
It's a fabulous list. So,
well, you could tell I was sick.
For you next time.
You could tell I was sick for a couple years there, right?
Yeah.
By the size of that list.
You have the big tea, you got a lot of TV time.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And you deserve the TV time because you got to take your mind off these things.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. Well, a lot of times while I'm working, I got it on in the background or something,
That's what
you know.
we do.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voice.
all right, I'm looking forward to that and sharing my knowledge. I don't know if you like what I like, but we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, we will. That's a good thing. So, I want to reiterate our affirmation because, quite frankly, I forgot to do that for 2 weeks, and I was reminded. So,
There you go.
remember, we are messengers of love, happy, healthy, financially prosperous, great partners and parents. We are charitable, energetic, creative trendsetters that experience success every day. And you're welcome to use that affirmation every day.
And
Awesome.
you're also welcome to move your coffee table out of your living room and do something. I don't care if you
Move
dance.
around,
I don't care
shake
if
your
you
booty.
I don't care if you do yoga. I don't care if you wrestle with the kids or the dog, but just do something. Have some fun. Move that coffee table and just interact.
Yeah, even meditate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just don't move the coffee table because you're vacuuming.
yeah, that's boring.
No, anybody can do that.
Yeah.
All right, you two.
Okay, thanks for listening. Take care. Stay healthy out there.
Godspeed to you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Thanks for listening, everyone.